Ian, not the kind of afternoon you were hoping for after the midweek defeat against Slough.
No, certainly wasn't. As I said, Maidenhead came here on the back, I think, losing 8 straight games, conceding 19 goals. Really struggling, but they seem to be able to get it up for us when they always play against us. They came here, took 2 banks of 4 against us, and we found it very difficult and weren't good enough actually to break them down. So all credit due to Maidenhead today. They sat in there. And they should have got 1 or 2 other goals actually, but a great set piece from them and a deserved 1-0.
Do you think it was unfortunate the way we conceded the goal? Aswad didn't really foul Clifton, he ran across him, but the referee gave a free kick, and then from their free kick it was a bit of a deflection inside the 6-yard box.
Yeah, innocuous to say the least really, and just as you said, he sort of came across him. I didn't really see too much in it, but it ends up being a foul, but a tremendous delivery in. We didn't defend it very well, that's for sure. From their point of view, it's a good goal, but a poor goal from our point of view.
What happened during the first half? I think we started pretty well, but then we had a period of 20 minutes, couldn't get a grip. But the last 15 minutes of the first half, we popped it about beautifully.
Yeah, I think the dissection of that is pretty right what you got there. We did move the ball about. It's difficult when you play against 2 banks of 4 and the 2 strikers dropping in. We did move it about, but our observation of it was half-time as well. Yeah, well done, but actually it's not good enough, because you've got to be a little bit more braver than that. You've got to go and commit an opponent and try and knock the ball past them at least and try and get deliveries into the box, and who knows what can happen. So, albeit it was a little bit of the window dressing really. It looked good, looked pretty, but actually with no end product.
And we struggled to get going, didn't we, in the second half?
Yeah, we did. I don't know quite the reason for that. The way we're looking at it on reflection is, disappointing 50 minutes for us on the back of a disappointing week. And I think we've seriously got everybody, that's coaching staff and the players, we've got to look at ourselves at the moment, because we're not actually getting out of the players what we should be getting out of the players. So it's a difficult one at the moment. After a game, you've always got to be very careful what you do say. But I think the message is, we're all very disappointed this evening.
Another tricky game coming up as well. Tuesday night away to Braintree. They've started gathering momentum with their new managerial change as well.
Yeah, I think they might have got beat today heavily, I think. But yeah, we seem to struggle against the sides down below. We seem to be okay about playing the Salfords and the Wrexhams and the Chesterfields, etc., or the bigger clubs. But it's a game of football against 11 opponents, and we've got to make sure we bang up for it. And everybody's got to raise their spirits over the weekend, because at this moment in time the spirits are not particularly good. But we've had some very good times here over the last 3-4 years. And I just said to Doz in there, everybody gets dips, and it's how we manage the dip. We've certainly got to manage the dip this weekend.
What did you make of Brandon Thomas up front?
I thought Brandon came in. It's a difficult game for a young lad to come in, especially the style of football they play in the under-23s. The ball's screaming for pain in our league, and it's going over his head, etc. But I thought, he looked lively, he looked after the ball well. So, although he didn't score, he'll be sort of pleased with his performance today.
And can you just bring us up to date with Aaron Drinan and Jonah Ayunga? Aaron's gone back to Ipswich?
Yeah, Aaron Drinan went back to Ipswich. We spoke to Paul Lambert Thursday. Felt we need to freshen things up after the defeat, or not the penalty defeat against Slough. But it's not only the penalty defeat against Slough. It's our goals for, and the chances that we're not creating. So we had to do something. The stats say Aaron 1 goal in 19, albeit he did very well here work-wise, and a good young professional. So we had to make that difficult decision. Jonah, I feel he needs. There's another one. I've heard he scored 2 goals today, so that's backfired as well. But Jonah's a work in progress for us. By no means is he sort of out of the picture here with us. We just felt that maybe he wasn't going to get in the side over the next 2 or 3 weeks, where we brought in two new players. So for him to go away and get good football at Havant and play game time and score goals, so that's worked out well for him. So,
but that's what you want, though, don't you, from him?
I'd rather him be scoring the goals for us, that's for sure. But as I just said, we felt it was the right thing, the right time for Jonah. It's worked out very well for him today. It hasn't worked out for us, but we'll be the beneficiaries of that.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ian.
Thank you very much. Cheers, lads.